What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, back with another daily upload, man. Still on the grind, still doing this. I don't remember what day I'm on. I just know I'm on the day. Before you know it, I'm gonna be on day 200 something, and I'm just gonna be like, dang, I've been recording this many videos. You damn right. And it's fun to me, to be honest. Like, I get to talk about the things I can't talk to other people because people be so surface level nowadays and they will not understand what I'm talking about. It's a lot of people probably on YouTube that look at my videos and be like, what is he talking about? Well, if you're not on the same frequency, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But for the people that resonate with the videos, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get into the video. Today I want to talk about giving yourself grace. And the reason I want to talk about giving yourself grace is because these past couple of days have been up and down for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat because a lot of YouTubers are not, they're afraid to come on here and express the real them. But me, I'm not afraid to express the real me. I've had my bad days and I've had my good days, you feel me? The good days, yeah, they good. But the bad days is when I'm really tested. And that's when you're really tested by the universe on your bad days. And the universe is really watching how you respond to these tests, to these bad days. Because the universe is sending out a test to see if you're going to be in the same frequency or if you're going to shift it to a new you. And I'm not going to lie. I've been seeing this thing, like, things have been happening, but lately I have not been, like, moved by it or touched by them. Like, people have tried me, said slick things in my environment in the 3D world have happened in the physical world, and I'm just looking, I'm just like, you know what, it's all right, because I know it's not in my hands, it's in God's hand. I'm not gonna worry about it because there's nothing to do. Like, I can't control it, and if I worry about it, it's not gonna change anything. Worrying is only gonna lead to stress and overthinking, depression and anxiety. It's all one step. It's going to lead to one thing, to another, to another, to another. And I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to shift it to the new frequency, my new desired reality. And I ain't got time to be looking back on old things. I got to just move forward, accept life for what it is and move forward. And when I talk about giving yourself grace, you're not perfect. And I preach this in my videos. You're not perfect. Change doesn't happen overnight. Change happens in small steps. It's about the small steps that turn into the big thing, into the breakthrough. You don't realize that it's all the little small things you do that is change. Change isn't something that you see physically, like big thing. Change happens over time, small. And then over time you realize, hold on, I've changed. And that's how it was for me over the year. When I started this journey, I realized that it was just the small things that I was doing every day that led to my change. The way I reacted things, the way I think about things, the things that I say, me changing myself physically, like, it just took small steps. But I had to learn how to give myself grace. Because now that I'm learning to give myself grace, I would see how I would react back then when I first started. I wasn't giving myself enough grace. I was always constantly trying to do this. But at the end of the day, we're all human. We all experience the same emotions. We go through the same, like, ups and downs. Yeah, it is different, but we all have our ups and downs. We all experience emotions. And I had to realize that on my bad days, I can't beat myself up on having a bad day. Because the bad day is the best day, you feel me? That's how you gotta view it. Your bad day is your best day. Your good days are good. But we're not worrying about the good day. The good days should be normal to us because that's how we want to live every day. But the bad days, that's when you're really tested. When something happens, the universe is testing to see if you're going to react or if you're going to reflect. And now that I'm choosing to reflect, I'm giving myself more grace because I know that at the end of the day, this is only a temporary thing that I'm seeing. That is not going to last this long. So why would I just be stuck in the same frequency when I know that it's just something temporary happening to test my faith, to test to see how much I've changed. So you just gotta give yourself grace, man. You gotta just sit there. You gotta be like, okay, I can't really beat myself up over this. Instead of beating yourself up, motivate yourself to make a comeback. Talk to yourself in a positive way. Don't beat yourself up. Just because you failed, that does not mean it's a failure. You got to look at that failure as a success, because the more you fail, the more you succeed. And truly, you can't fail, because guess what? This is your journey. If it's your path, there is no failure. Because if it's your path, everything that you do on your path leads to your destination. It can't hold you back because it's your path. Because when you have that bad day is going to turn into a lesson. When it turns into a lesson, you're going to move forward. This is how the path works. You have to go up, then you have to have a neutral, a midpoint, then you're going to go down, and you're going to rise back up, and it just keeps going like that. It's going to keep testing you like that. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your mid, you're going to have your low. Just like when making beats, you have your upper, your mid, and your lows. The same way, man. And that's just how the universe, it's just how the life works, bro. You got to have a balance of good and bad. If we always had good days every day, what would we learn? What could we learn? The only thing we would learn is that everything is good, yeah. That's the state we want to be in. But we learn more on our bad days. We learn more when we're going through a tough time. And I realized that because when I was going through more things, it's like I was learning a lot more than I am now. Because now, instead of me, I'm still learning. Don't get me wrong, I'm still learning. But I'm saying, like, I'm learning, like, how to respond and, like, how to react to certain things back then. And now it's a different type of learning for me. This type of learning is me learning myself, me observing the universe, and me observing of the life around me. And I'm going to make a video on this because literally, once I start learning about how things work and start observing the universe, looking up, using my eyes and looking up and just walking around like this, I start to see things that I've never saw before. Once I just put my phone down, put the social media down and stuff, I start seeing things in the universe that God been wanting to show me, but I would be so distracted about other things that I was never able to really focus through my eyes because we're asleep. And I was never able to focus through my eyes. So I'm going to make a video on that, just to wake up and look up, because God has everything you want in front of you. You just have to look and observe and give yourself grace. Giving yourself grace is really ultimately self-love. Because if you're able to forgive yourself, then you're able to forgive others. If you're not able to forgive yourself, how you going to think you're going to be able to react in a certain way to others if you can't even react in a certain way to yourself? If you beating yourself up, you're going to definitely beat up others. Not physically, but I'm talking about, like, bring others down. Because you don't have that connection with yourself. You got to take time out to have that connection with yourself. You got to take time out to hang out with your inner child, to hang out with your younger self. And that's what I want to do. This is what I'm trying to do. And this is what I am going to do. I created this project that I'm going to do. It's called I'm not even going to say project, because life is not a project. Your life is just with your own path. It's not a project. But I'm going to try it. It's called Hanging with My Inner Self. I'm going to change the name, but that's just what I have for now. Hanging with My Inner Self. I'm going to start just giving myself grace. If I have a bad day or if something goes wrong, I'm just telling myself, you know what, it's all right. This is just an old frequency manifesting into the world, because our old frequencies are always manifesting. But we're shifting into a new frequency. But we have to manifest out our old frequency. And I'm going to make a video on that too. Because the old frequency is what our thoughts used to be. And that's why we see the physical world. That's why we see the things we see now, because that's our old frequency. But once we learn how to shift to that new frequency, the old frequency is going to push away and the new frequency is going to slowly drift in. And I've been seeing that. My new frequency is slowly drifting in. But I still have a lot of things that's drifting out from the old manifest, the old frequency. That's why I got to give myself grace, because it takes time. Over time, you're going to get there. But you gotta give yourself grace. You can't beat yourself up, because nothing happens in a day. All right, take one step at a time. Relax, take deep breaths, and just keep pushing forward. All right. Give me a fist bump. I hope y'all staying blessed, staying hydrated, man. Keep going, man. Give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up because you had a bad day. Instead, pat yourself on the back and keep going. All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.